Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. Where last episode, guys, we implemented our very first huge cargo ship right now, and we completely changed the route that it was on. It now go ahead and it picks up packages or goods, delivers them to Amsterdam, sequentially then picking up grain and steel, dropping the grain over here to then pick up food, while delivering the food and the steel all the way back over here. It is a multi-delivery vehicle. It's a cargo ship, Zeniac. It's a cargo ship. And guys, we're going to be continuing the expansions today. I want to try and get some more stuff like this up and running, but I also want to implement, which is probably going to be my last train line that we're going to add in within our region. Our European transportation company has finally got over $10 billion in the bank, and we are rocking and rolling. So I want to see this get over here right now, because this is the first time, because last episode we set up this whole little network over here of getting the iron and the coal to make steel, to drop it over to here, to kind of bring it over to there, to kind of give more steel to the London goods area. Sequentially, it will then make it more, start making more goods for us. So this is the first time it's going to drop it off. We've tried our best to try and get loads and loads of steel from over here, but what it needs too much. If I'm honest with you, it does need a little bit too much. So we're in fast forward mode anyway. There is quite a few boxes to collect, but there's nothing that this ship cannot handle right now, as it now does a little pirouette. Beautiful. So sophisticated, isn't it? It is so sophisticated. So as it drops it off right now, guys, if you are enjoying this series, please smash that like button down below. If you are new right here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when that next episode does come out. So as you can see here, 3.3 million it's now made for dropping off that beautiful steel. Now this does make some profit. There's a little bit of time where it doesn't. That's like when it's traveling from, doing the longest distance, but it kind of all evens out, and it's only going to make more and more money as we add more and more to this cargo ship. So it's now loading up, but more importantly, this now has more steel than ever it has before. It's also going to get like a load of steel coming from the train coming down. So next time this ship gets over here, it's going to have more goods available to then go on and transport. And at the same time, it's going to have a load of steel and food over here waiting to be transported too. So it's all happening. It's all freaking happening right now. And it's quite exciting, guys. It is quite exciting. So what that does, what it's got to do then and continue the expansions, I want to add in, which is going to be my final train line within in Europe. Now, I did think about adding a train line going down to here, but these places aren't big enough for me to kind of warrant it, and it's only really going to end the train line maybe in Belgrade. So what I'm thinking is, Paris has a tunnel here, a little bit more room for an extra line. Starting at Paris again, Paris is becoming quite the little hub right now, and we're going to make it go from Paris, we'll bring it down to Zurich, I'll take it through Frankfurt, into Prague, into Warsaw, then end in Riga. So it's another left to right one, which goes through a couple of different towns that we haven't gone through before, and also a couple of towns to kind of link stuff up. Now, the reason I'm making it going through Paris, or start in Paris, because there's a couple of lines that all start there. If I zoom right in right now, there's 2 lines for the train line. But that yellow one goes all the way down to Lyon, then into Milan, where we're going to make this next one go from there to Zurich. So we're crossing 3 lines here, and the reason it gets to Zurich then, because it then gets the line that comes down from Naples and Rome. So it crosses another line that then goes into Frankfurt, which then passes over to Prague, which crosses another line, and then goes up to Warsaw, then into Riga, which crosses another line. So this one's going to cross so many lines right now. And I think then we can kind of like, put our hand on our heart and say, ultimately, that's enough trains, boy. That's enough trains right now. So we need to get this all up and running then. We need to configure this. So we're going to start in Paris, and we're going to first place down our passenger platforms. So we're going to add in a new one just here, which is going to delete some buildings, but hey ho, you got to do what you got to do, right guys? You got to do what you got to do. Now I don't know if that is going to be able to bend enough to kind of get up to that area. Let's kind of quickly see this right now. Is it enough to... what I should have done as well he's added in the train tracks. Now, if this don't reach, I'm going to have to delete the first set of platform and whatnot. But I'll just have a quick little look. Too much of a curvature. So, if I just quickly delete them, you and you, that should give me enough momentum, enough of a bend. There we go. Let's get that all connected. And then we'll bring that to about here. And then pull it back in. And that's where the crisscross there is going to happen. So that is kind of all sorted. Now, we've got to get it connected down to Zurich, which is going to be interesting because it all happens underground. This is going to be very interesting. So, start here. And if I bend it, I'm going to go for that full connection. Right, it's going to be very, very difficult now because I've also got to try and get it all connected in. Now, I need it to be on that section there. So if I OK that, that is now all underground. You can't see it, and it's completely messed up my game. Damn! Suddenly pushing boundaries right now. And the same again. So I'll explain what I've just done in just a moment. If I bring it all the way around. So what I'm doing is, I'm making it a line up. Ooh, what's going on here then? Right, apparently there's a collision. I mean, it makes sense. I have no idea what it's trying to accomplish here right now. Are you okay, train track? Are you okay right now? Right, so I run this right through. This should then be able to follow us all the way around, like there. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to get it combined into this line. Now, that one there merges into the left-hand lane one. Which I'm trying to get this to then merge into the right-hand lane one. Which is proving a little bit difficult. Go on, you know you want to connect in, boy. Ta-da. It doesn't do exactly how I want it to go about doing it, but I'll accept what it's now doing just because of how difficult that was to kind of connect. Wow! And then it goes through Frankfurt, and then we're going to connect it up to Prague right now. So that is also going to be an interesting connection. So I always have to think about this logically too. So the right-hand lane is coming this way. So that one's going to connect to... Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Right, ignore me. I'm just trying to do mathematics in my head. So if I bring that all the way to there, apparently that is okay. Oh, this is going to be smack bang perfection. If I've ever seen it. I'm hoping this is going to be perfection anyway. Oh, yes. So that one's worked a little bit better. I've got to do a bunch of signals, get it all connected. So connected to Prague. And then I want it to go straight out of here into Warsaw right now. So the first actual train line within Warsaw as well, which is really interesting. So we'll make it tear through. And if I just quickly pause and delete you. Right, so sorry everybody, but if you've any knowledge of what I do in other cities when I destroy them, you will know that this is for the greater good. So, or is it? Passenger train line, 2 lanes, spin this right round, and drop it just there. Track construction, we're just going to go for the 2 lines. Bam. Spin right round. Bam. Right, good to go. Again, so, track-wise, if I then connect from here. So where we ultimately go into down to here, Prague. So I need to... Now, this is also going to be a difficult one. If I view my connections... Okay, so basically the middle lane does nothing. For what I gather right now. So if I do that, and hopefully this will now stretch the distance. Right, it's quite a huge pain this is, isn't it? But again, we should be able to get away with it. We should be able to get away with it. Now, this being underneath might cause us now some issues. I might not even have that underneath, because now I've got to connect it up to this line up here, which is going back and forth there. So I might as well just keep this one now above ground. So if I bring that one down to there, and then bring you to there, we're up and running. So if I actually now just technically delete that, and run our train line up and out. So where's the connection taking place? Over to here. Now, technically, we're now all connected. It's not going to be perfect just yet, but technically we're all connected all the way up to Riga. Interesting. Interested, to say the least. Now, let me just get my head around this, because this is going to hurt my brain even more than I ever have done before, just because of the complications of how many lines we're now crossing. So if I start it in Paris, and obviously want to put it on platform 5. Is that platform 5? Yeah. The next station, we are dropping it in Zurich. So is that on the correct side? I believe it is. Then into Frankfurt, which again, the correct side. Then into Prague. Oh, the game's thinking. There we go. We got there in the end. Into Prague, but that's when we have to make sure it's on the correct line, which will be on this side, which doesn't fare well for then going back. So Frankfurt. Now the reason is because it's on the wrong side of the track. See, I knew there would be a crisscross issue at some point, but again, do not worry, we can sort that out. Then we go from Prague to Warsaw. And I'm just going to make sure that we're on the correct line. Oh, wait, hold on. Are we not on the right one in Prague? Right, I best sort this issue out now before we get any more problems, because I'm going to mess things up. Right, I'm going to do a crisscross just here. This makes a little bit more sense for me. So I need Prague to come down. Why can't I see the station platform? Oh, it's over here, that's why. 1, 2, so 1. Prague's on 1. So that comes down to there. So that should be 1. Yep, there we go. Okay, we're working. We're cooking with gas. And then from Warsaw then all the way up to then Riga. So from then Riga, we're coming all the way back down. Hits up Warsaw on obviously the other side, number 2. Hits up then Prague on number 2. Yeah. Hits up Frankfurt right now. Because on this time then it switches like the side. So Frankfurt's 3. So I'm going to make it on number 4. There we go. I could have made it go on the other platform over there. But that's just getting too complicated. I know I should have done that in the first place, but it should be still okay. We should be able to get away with all of this. To Zurich. So now we've actually switched over to that lane. The rest of these should be fine. And it ends in Paris. Yeah. So that actually should be fine. The only thing that's not fine right now is doing all the signals and stuff like that. That is what we've now got to set up. So starting Paris. And then we do signals, mate. So I can actually go back into play mode now. It's not a problem. So signals. So these guys... Actually, which way are we coming in? So these guys have to wait for the train to come out. Alright, just figuring out what side we got to be on. There. 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 Now here's interesting. So I wish we could stay in this view as I placed it in. So basically, I need a signal on that one and on that one here. So there, there. Then going back out. For some reason, it decides to kind of swing back in. Oh yeah, I know why it does that. So that would go here. And then that would just go just there in case there's one coming across. And that should then sort that out. And that's all got all your standard connection stuff on into... Wait, where am I going? Zurich to Frankfurt. And then we get to this point here. So, we need one. There's already one there anyway, but I'll drop another one in. Then one just here. Now this is where it eventually does flip over. We'll just need one there. Now the flip happens just here, where they crisscross their tracks. So obviously you to there. And then you to there. And then we flip back over. Yeah. I was a bit too... I didn't do it as close as I did then. Bam to there. Bam to there. And then we got another one that happens here. And this will be the... It says, no, there's one more after this. So obviously you into there. You into there. And then we should be okay. And then the last one then takes place just here. So this is the confusing one right now. So we have one here, one there. I'll do one there as well. That solves that. So that's pushing that way. So then you're there to there. You're there to there. There to there, all good. That should be the same, right? Yeah. And then we're pretty much cushy, mate. Oh no, there's actually one more on the way to Riga. I forgot about that one here. So now I know how this works because I can visually see it. We do a stop there, a stop there, a stop there. And do I need to... I might as well just do it for a stop in there as well. And then that's got all the signals on leading all the way up. We are good. We are good to go. Man, that was so complex. That was so freaking complex right there, but I think we've got it. There's only one way to find out if we pull this off. There is only one way to find out if we can pull this off. So there's no train lines going in there, so I can actually utilize that line coming in. So, track-wise, connect you here. Now if I just quickly go through all the tools... to add what I need to add in. Now I don't think this one is going to be a huge used line. I don't think we're going to see like ridiculous numbers on it. You never know though. You can always get shocked. Right, we're good. there's nothing else needs to be added to this line. So this is my last train line. You can see my train network I have going on right now. So most importantly, it does a connection from Frankfurt to Prague. To Prague. That link there is important. That link from Paris to Zurich is important because otherwise you're going straight down to here to then connect back up. Again, nice little pass through. From Prague to Warsaw up to Riga. So Riga hasn't got to go all the way to Amsterdam to come all the way down. There's that simple connection for them. So we're good to go. It's time to add in some trains. So electric. And we will go for the... Let's go for this 200-kilometer one. Wagons, passenger. So they go up to 200 kilometers, which is important to get them added on. 240 will buy. I want to buy 10 of them. Cost me a fortune. On that new line. So now, we'll just see how it goes. So it cost me a fortune. My earnings are really, really low at the minute. But that's solely down to the fact that I've just spent a ridiculous amount of cash to buy all of these trains. So they now slowly come out one by one. And then we'll slowly start seeing people waiting at these stations and the platforms for these lines. So you can see the signal's already working right now as this train passes through. Where trains on both sides of the train tracks now are pretty much waiting. And there goes our first one. Our first beauty. So there's actually people already waiting on the line. Quite a few people. Interesting enough. So we don't go to Lyon. We go to Zurich. And the station's here. So line 84, there's 8 people already waiting. Which we then pass over to Frankfurt. A fair few people already waiting as well. Then we go into Prague. Trying to get the station clicked. There we go. Where there's a fair few people already waiting. Warsaw then. So these towns, I haven't even connected Warsaw back up on the other side of the road yet, have I? He evil, boys. He's super evil right now. So they're trying to do it themselves anyway, by the looks of it. So there we go. Nice little connection there. I could have also brought a road down here. Just quickly like this, and then configure this, and add a building. There we go. It gives us a little connection on the other side of the area. And which then travels all the way up to Riga, which was once a town that was never going to grow, can now grow. And that's got the import. Where's the important crisscross? Happens just there. We got the signal down for it. Wait, it happens there. That's fine. It should still work. Right, okay. Okay. So it'll take some time then for the remainder of all the trains to come out of the depot to get over here. But off that train goes with 33 people on board. Paris is quite the hub, I tell you. Could Paris potentially take over Amsterdam? Wow, okay. It's got a little while to go yet. But it's definitely a possibility. Definitely is. How's that big boat over here then? Finance-wise. I think it's only just got here, hasn't it? So that is... hopefully unloading. There we go. 1.8 million of all the goods. And then before you know it, all the goods here waiting are ready to go on board here. Do you reckon I should add in a secondary ship on this route? Because there's going to be so much stuff awaiting right now. There really is. Wrong button. Let me see what other ships I could buy for it. Cargo-wise, so that ship does 43 kilometers. Is that the fastest ship we've got? It actually is. It's just cost 3 million a year to run it. I'll buy one more. So what is that line? It's the light purple line, isn't it? Which is that one. So let's get a second one of them on the go. At least we'll always have a delivery. It's not about making money on some of the lines. It's just about getting the goods delivered to grow other cities and areas. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So how many people waiting here right now then? Quite a few. Going to Brussels on line 7. There's a lot of people waiting. They're still bringing trains out? They are, yeah. Still a fair few yet to come out. But do you think I should have like a... you know we got the little depot over there for the boats. Do you think I should add one here and do like a little river crossing directly into Paris? Because the amount of stuff going on right now, I could add like... well, that's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. A passenger harbour. Outside navigatable waters. Let me see what I can do. So, flat and tall, brush size, high. I mean, it'd be like the hovercrafts coming through, wouldn't it? Oh, this could work. Now, the good thing is, we have a bus stop just there. Now, it's not going to be the be-all, end-all, but we got 2 bus stops here. I always forget you can do large. We can't even raise it up. Right, if I drop you there. Too much of a slope, apparently. Right, it's not perfect, but it works. A new line there to there. This is going to be quite hilarious. I hope this doesn't become too popular to the point where I need a lot of boats on this. Right, is it struggling to make that connection? Yeah, it kind of is. So... I think that's just worked, doesn't it? Has it just worked? No, not really. Oh, that's got to have worked now, right? Aha! Yeah, it's not amazing, but it should do the job. So, just for the funsies, guys, just for the funsies, I just want to create this connection. Now, passenger-wise, hovercraft is the quicker vehicle. And what if I got 10 of these on it? Just out of interest, I would like to see what happens. A quick crossing from Paris to South London. It'll take a while for the game to figure out what's possible. But they can get on and off the buses nearby and to travel to and from. More of a direct route connection. Just because the amount of like passengers that are coming over here right now. This feels like so many. So that now picks up a big chunk of the people who want to head all the way to Brussels. And now we just wait. Look at these hovercrafts are on it, mate. Look at them go. They want it right now. Back and forth down the little river. They really want it. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. So we haven't had any issues pop up or arise from our new sets of trains. This is one of them coming in right now with 24 passengers on board. If I check the line overview, we'll be losing a lot of money until we can, you know, it starts getting big cash coming in. But line 84, it will take a while. A lot of passengers there. I want to go back to Prague. This is one of the things that you just gotta give it time. How many people open that station? 42. Okay. Have they pumped all the vehicles out of France yet? Out of Paris? The trains? Yes, they have. Okay. Okay. So actual people now waiting. How many people got on board of that hovercraft? 3. So it'll be a long time before we start seeing movement. But it's pretty cool that having like another direct route. I like the idea of that. I really do like the idea of it. Right, okay, so how is this now doing with the increase in stuff being delivered? It's about to drop a load of goods in right now. That's about to bring another vehicle down. So they're doing as much as they can to create the goods. And we was bringing stuff from over here. There's a lot waiting over here right now. So which is the vehicle that picks it all up? Was it you? This line here. So manage the line, which is line 83. So let me get a few more vehicles on this route right now, because we seem to have a lot of steel waiting for us. We seem to have a lot waiting for us right now. There's a lot over here as well. And over there. So more can be picked up. Yeah, definitely more can be picked up right now. So, hang on, what vehicles have we been using? The same, it's them e-vehicles, yeah. So if I get... buy 10 more for that line. Buy 10 more then for that line. So an extra 20 vehicles between the two lines right now. That should then transport a load more goods. So when the steel is ready to be clicked over here, there's a lot more of it to then take back. I know we're getting regular drop-offs, but it would just be really, really handy to have consistently a lot more to give these guys more and more and more. As the train drops off more goods, lots more steel now available, which will then go on to produce more goods, then more goods for Amsterdam and vice versa. Everybody grows, everybody makes money. GG everybody. Right, a lot more trucks are now heading out. All right, let's take a quick look at Riga. So now we've extended that then, as the charts, yeah, they've slightly stepped up. Not going to break any records though. We really aren't going to break any records. What line is this train for? Line 3. And you are for, okay, line 84. So is the money going up right now? It is. So we're halfway through the year. We've made just as much as the year previously. So shows that the money is increasing. In comes this next train. Makes a couple of pennies. Bumps it up. Off it skedaddles. So it's a constant back and forth. We probably won't make money this month, because these new little cities and towns that we're now visiting are like ones that have barely even grown. Like, for example, I need a bus route over here. So I'm wondering if we can do something here. to there. Just get it connected there. Have that little, so I can create my little bus route. So the modern bus stops. If we stop on this side here, then stop there, 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 and then create a new line. So this is of course then going ahead and picking everyone around it, which then makes the city of Warsaw a bit more profitable. There we go. And the closest road depot is just here as well. So passenger wise, we'll go for electric. I know it's not, oh no, you know what, these aren't too far off either. I'll go for 10 because I'm feeling confident in Warsaw growing. There's just flat land all around and near it, so it can do some juicy expansions. There we go. So how's that line doing now then? Finances. Look at that. Look, it's almost doubling the profits on the previous year. And now with the increase in the Warsaw expansion, ooh, we actually make a profit this year. The year's almost about to end. Oh no, some more expenses came in. But that's promising though, right? It should make more money the next year. Just solely down to the fact that Warsaw now has this little bus route which can bring people from, you know, around the city into the train station. So that's good that we borderline broke even. So this next year should be the one for us, as the buses are now making their way in. This is great stuff. Really, really impressed. Now, something else I want to look at is it potential, because we figured out that these planes make some serious cash on line 80, right? Finances. So it will make sense if I bought fuel in from over here, or oil, dropped it off there. So this train that picks up it over here could also drop it off, thus making money both ways. Does that train ever make money? No. So that'll be a way to kind of make it money, but it does mean that I need to add a second runway on this, which I don't know if it's possible without doing a larger airport. It's not, is it? It's not. But at the same time, you don't need to, do you? Let me see what I can get away with here. Let's see what I can do. Right, so we create a little platform there. In terms of a small cargo airport, I'm wondering if this would work. No, oh yeah. Okay, so it would work like that. So if I did a link from here to there, and it's just going to literally take a couple of barrels of oil over. So if I did 5 planes, because we found out it's quite profitable. And then if I, this line here, as it got set on what it does, so when it gets to up at Istanbul, yeah, it's pretty much all there anyway. So it can load up that oil when it gets dropped off there. Does it? Ooh, okay, that's an issue. It doesn't connect to the airport. So what I'll have to do then is cargo buildings, do that. Road like this. And that's now technically connected. So as long as we see a plane storing those goods, or this airport doing it, then we're on it. I mean, the fact that, yeah, the shipment's going up there, so it does work. It's just going to be a long while before it actually happens. But it should work out. I'm just waiting for it to kind of increase and then create. There we go. It's now created 1 barrel. So that'll take some time anyway. But as time goes on, we'll again keep extending and keep making that money. Very good. Which then means this will produce more. And this will make a little bit more extra cash. It's a win-win for everybody. But I know flying in goods is highly profitable. It is highly profitable right now. So how is this doing then? So line 85 finances, it's already making profit. Wow. So that's beneficial. And look at the amount of people now waiting at this bus stop. These are all people getting off here and walking down. So it would make sense to add more buses to this route, wouldn't it? It really would. So the vehicle depot over here and I'll just go for these ones because again it doesn't really matter anymore. I'm going for 10 more buses because I'm now really looking to extend that demand and keep that going. Beautiful. So is that always still producing? That's now picking up some more goods, details. I expect us not to be making profit on this line anymore because we've increased another ship on it. And we just need more goods in general. Now, how are we looking here then? So, obviously, dropping off so many more goods this time, it ain't going to be able to keep up with the demand. We've got too many vehicles at this point. But I'd rather that than not enough. At least it's slowly happening for us. All good, mate. All good. Nice. So, Riga, how you doing, boy? Charge is still climbing. Nice to see. Couldn't catch that training time. But line 84, how you doing on your finances? So not so much on that next year. That could be down to the fact that we transported the bulk of people. But again, it should slowly increase as time goes on. We'll get there, guys. We'll get to the money-making side of things. We'll slowly get there. How many people are waiting in Paris right now? Quite a few. Damn. The amount of people want to go to Amsterdam and Rotterdam, that's ridiculous. So this is all line 7. I might have to buy a few extra vehicles for line 7. Right, what type of train is it, by the way? Okay, it's that light grey one. Oh, wait, no, which one was it? Like, seriously. The one with the red on the side? This one. So then passenger, bam, bam. I'll buy 5 of them. 4 line 7. It looks like this needs more trains because we can't ultimately carry the capacity and satisfy the demand that there currently is. Because he's stopping off here, dropping off a couple of passengers, but then ultimately he picks up a couple, but there's still 300 passengers waiting, so there's like no rest for the wicked, is there? So hopefully that can sort things out. So on the chart side, is my money still increasing? It is slowly still increasing. Again, we're still pushing it. We are pushing it right now. Again, we've got extra buses on these routes as well. So that's going to make a huge difference for us. It's all pointing in the right direction. As so they say. It's all pointing in the right direction. So how is this looking down here then? So lots of planes. Waiting for a plane to land. Do planes landing get priority over planes taking off? Is that how it works? Eventually I have to kind of upgrade this to a larger airport, so we got a dedicated takeoff runway and a dedicated landing runway. Is another plane gonna land? It's really not looking too good for us on this side. So it's looking like your boy needs to sort out a larger airport. Do you reckon that's enough space and room? Let me find out. Yo, I kind of forgot how big they are. No, that should be fine. So if I quickly pause and delete. Oh, there's vehicles in the way. Yikes. How many more planes on land before they all need to take off? Please tell me you're all now taking off. Go! Go, go, go! Nah, there's gonna be no time for me to do this. I don't know what the best option for me to do this would be. Right, what's the two lines that run here? Line 80. And then line 80, and then is it this line? And then just wait for these planes to disappear real quick. We'll get there, guys. Don't worry, don't worry. Wait for these planes to all leave. It's for the greater good that we do this. I've just got to wait for them all to disappear now. Is this plane going to disappear? Oh, I sold the plane just to get rid of it. Right, all these are now skedaddle out of here. Drop down a larger airport, and then we're rocking and rolling. So they've all got to take off one by one. Come on, come on. And then we'll be back in business then. Man, this takes so long, doesn't it? Come on, planes! It's time to get out of here. Right, last one. At what point has he classed as no longer being attached to it? Goodbye. Right, pause. So what seems to be going on here then? Why is it so high? So first things first. Ah, because when I deleted it, it's reset the terrain. Got you. Got you. So get rid of all, make all this flat. Place down the airport then. Here. Add you there, line 80, add you there. We're now back in business. So give that a minute or two and see how the planes are buzzing left, right, and center right now. Amazing. Are the planes over here coming through? Are they? Hold on. Yeah, they are flying. I thought for a second there. Where are they? But no, they're definitely flying. We're back up and running, boys. So all I got to do right now then is add in a second runway. Which that means then we get the dedicated takeoff runway and dedicated landing runway. So we can pretty much have two planes simultaneously either take off or land at once, thus making the movement of the vehicle so much more easier. Yay. Yay! This is good. This is really good stuff. So I'm impressed with how this is now turning out. Let's, for the final time then, see how this line is now doing. Are we now making profit? We are still yet to make profit on this line. This is really shocking me right now. I would have thought we were making some decent money. Could it be that I need a bus route in Riga? Probably. But is it just because of the amount of stuff that we do have going on, the demand just isn't there for this line? I don't know. There's a fair few people waiting to go into certain areas. Can't be down to the fact that I don't have enough trains. I mean, at this point, this little boat route is making more money than anybody else. Profit for days. I mean, not making more money than us, but profit for days. Too much to handle. I can't believe it. Cannot believe it right now. Yeah. So on the old account right now, the money's still slowly going up. That's when we spent a lot of money. We are so freaking rich. Nobody's stopping us. So let's see how well the town's now doing then. So Paris still can't overtake Berlin, even with the amount of lines that we currently have right now. But they're both catching up Amsterdam very, very slowly. London has just walked away with it. And our smallest town right now is this one all the way down over here in... Is that one in Greece? No, Greece is down here. What's that one? Is it Croatia? Is it Bosnia? Is it one of those countries? Tirana? I'm not quite too sure where this place is. But haven't even touched it, mate. The road is zigzags up to nowhere. But guys, we are going to end it for here. Hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.